Greetings family, my name is Sean.
And I'm Laura.
And today we're going to be looking at James chapter 5. Now, despite this chapter being quite short, it has a large array of practical Christian wisdom for us to dig into and to live out. Something that stood out for me when I was reading this in verse 7, it speaks about establishing your heart for the coming of the Lord. And in a season where things are still so unestablished, where things are still so uncertain, all the more reason for us to establish our hearts in God. In a time where we cannot have certainty in the world around us, we need to have certainty in our hearts about the character and the promises of God. Something as well in verse 16, it speaks about the prayer of a righteous person is powerful. And in a season where we can perhaps do less, it's a time where we should be praying more. And praying and believing that our prayer has an effect in the world out there. It speaks about how Elijah prayed that it would not rain, and it didn't rain. And then how he prayed that it would rain again, and the earth obeyed that prayer, and it rained again. And we need to trust that our prayer has a practical, tangible impact on the world out there, and not underestimate its power.
I think that's so amazing. In verse 13 in the ESV translation, the heading is the prayer of faith. And it speaks about if you're suffering, pray together. If you're cheerful, praise together. If you are sick, lay hands on each other. And I think what stands out for me in James 5 is the practicality of it, but it's practically done in community, which is so important. And I think a testimony from this that's helped me see James 5 more practically in my real life and my walk was our Connect group. We met on Zoom, our first one, and we decided to discuss what are we expecting from Connect group. So all my girls shared in some form that they want Connect group to be a place where we accountable to each other, we're in community, and we're going to grow in our relationship with the Lord.
So good.
But all of that we chose to do in community. So at the end I said, okay, we've all said what we're expecting. If we're staying in this Connect group, we are choosing that. And in verse 12 it says, let your yes be your yes. We chose yes to community, yes to growing our relationship with the Lord, and we do it with each other. They help us remind us that we said that. They're accountable to us. So just when you read James 5, what is your yes, and who are you saying yes with? Who are you surrounded by? Who is your community in this time?
We hope that you guys have enjoyed doing the book of James as a church together, and we're looking forward to many more moments of things done in community, life done in community. Hope that you guys had fun. Hope that we all go out from here and live out the Word of God in a much more practical way.
Amen.
Yeah.
Great. Yay, James 5.